I practice expressing my thought as much as possible. I try to do this whenever I could.
Can you tell us about your mathematics interviews, please?
Yeah. I remember being really nervous for my interviews. I interviewed at Martin College, where I had 2 interviews. Actually, I had 2 more interviews, one at Martin College and one at S Books, which is where I am now. And during these 4 interviews, I saw many interesting questions. One really interesting question I saw was a question about cubes and the number of varieties a cube has. Well, 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions, and even higher dimensions. And it didn't stop there. We also discussed how many edges there are in these dimensions.
And we tried to find a formula for each one of these. I thought it was quite interesting. There were also very hard questions. One particular question I remember is I was asked to sketch the normal distributions, which was like bell curve, and I was asked to sketch this derivative by eye, and this derivative as well also 2 derivatives.
That was enough. You just checked it, and then he asked me. I do notice anything about the number of turning points and the number of edges as we go down, and notice that as a difference each time to number of reads and the number of turning points inscribed by 1. And then the question was given to me, can you prove the formula is true? And then was really difficult. I was really stumped at the beginning, and actually I didn't know what to say. But luckily for me, the interviewer, he gave me a prompt. He gave me the hint about some theorem that is really useful for this. I immediately managed to use this hint and then go on to answer the question. I was really scary at first, but really rewarding at the end. Actually, I didn't get anything about my personal statement in the interview, which I thought it was I support the truth. It wasn't really interesting at the interview.
Which aspect appeals the most to the tutors?
I think that interviewers really like to see Mr. Arnold strong the question because they want to show I think they want to see the process in which I got the question. So they were really expecting me different question. So that I just run on with it, and they will open with me hints to see if I can connect with them. If I did to the university, to prepare for the interview. I keep them in mind. Practice expressing myself as much as possible. I did this by speaking out loud when I'm by myself, answering a math question. I try to do this whenever I call.
Oxford Mathematics Interview Preparation.
Well, I've also mentioned that I try to speak my thoughts as much as possible. Other than that, I was really keen on solving math, PMO questions, British Math Olympiad questions. I feel like that helped out a lot my problem-solving skills. It gave me a good intuition on how to solve questions, and I think it made me a better problem solver all around.
I did mock interview with my teachers. They worked with kind enough to do session with me. They emphasized that I should be speaking my talk as much possible, even when I would struggle to come up with an answer. They encouraged me time and time again to try to give suggestions as how to solve the problem. For example, maybe we can solve this by induction, even though you are not sure how. You would do to that, and so on.
I did these things quite often, and I did it about 2 times a week with my teachers. There's mock interviews, there's other things I've mentioned, and I try to keep them on getting in the background as I prepare for my interviews.